Hey, let me ask you this, Merrill. There may be people listening to us or watching us that maybe don't know about XP Metal Detectors, and they don't see what the excitement is about a new coil coming out. A lot of times coils are part of the package. They're not always sort of the main part of the package. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so XP does run a little differently than most machines. You want to explain why that is?
Yeah, it's now the detector that runs the widest frequencies that's out there, and I think that's important because multi-frequency, for sure, fast multi-frequency has a utility to that, and this is it's adding a new dimension, and what high frequency will get you is small targets. It'll give you some advantages in iron. It'll give, I call it the Higgs boson signal. How many times have we found pendants without the chains? At least if you're a beach detectorist, I love my beach detecting. And so many times I will find the pendant and I'm like, okay, the chain's got to be nearby. But it's just the eddy currents, that it's a really challenging signal. And what gets that? It's the higher frequencies.
Mhm.
So, this is something, and that was the first thing that I tested it on. I'm like, I had this chain that I found mudlarking, and it's going to be in a new video. And, like no detector could hit it. The HF coil hit it.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You've been playing with this thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's been, listen, usually at this point of the year, May 8th today, I usually have about 40 videos out. It's been a year where I've definitely needed to, be with my family. There's been some stuff that has been going on, and, I thank everybody for the patience. But the one thing that has like really, going out in the yard, testing, going out a little bit to the beach, I've been doing that. Sometimes it's nice to just like not bring the camera. But
Yeah.
For sure, there's going to be, a video that I'm working on it right now that documents the utility of this. And you just got to think of XP. You never know what you're going to get next. Like the Extreme Hunter, that's something that literally, I mean, if we were talking about like targets the size of a car, it'll go down 16 feet. Have fun digging that, okay? We do love digging though. There's something spiritual about it. And in terms of like being able to go underwater, you could go 66 feet underwater, and this coil also, it's 20 meters. You could dive with it, and it's all about utility. It's all about ergonomics. It fits in a backpack. It's like a super athlete. It gets the deep signals. It's a lead in iron. I'm really proud of it. It's biggest honor of my life, perhaps. That
wow.
Yeah.
The big kilohertz is just amazing. I know that when I first started getting into metal detecting, before I got my first metal detector, I was a gold prospector. And here in Colorado, there's a lot of gold here, in the rivers.
Yeah.
And I wanted a gold bug too. Like even today, that is still one of the top machines for nugget shooting and finding gold in some of these dry bank areas and stuff. Is a gold bug too. And that goes up to, I think, like 70 kilohertz. You know what I mean? And that's what you need, these high kilohertz for these very, very small targets, especially like you said, gold nuggets and even some of the flower gold. But this coil going up to as high as 90 on multi-frequency and 120 on mono.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Like that's a gold hunter's dream, right?
Yes.
I was even looking at all the other detectors that are designed for gold, all the other gold seeking detectors, not the PI machines, but the VLF machines. And there's nothing that comes close that I've seen. There's nothing that comes close.
I'm very proud. I mean, when I went to France, that was very much a life-changing trip. You could see the pride. You could see like how much Alain and, the rest of the XP team wants to hit it out of the park. That's a passionate detectorist who I think of him like Tony Stark. He's the he's the game changer. He comes up with the technology that changes the game, and a lot of talent. Everybody I met was like an engineer, and incredible people, who cared everybody detects in that company. It's a passion.
Yeah.
Definitely kind of, like leading the group in the community in technology. I mean, coming up with, the way it connects even, the brains are in the coil. Nobody else does that.
Right.
I mean, he always pushing that envelope and on the edge there and knocked it out of the park with this one as well.